Yeah, you listen to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Jason Cundy. Reminder that talkSPORT is now on your smart TV. Just grab the app on the Android TV and Google TV. We're either on Prime Video, talkSPORT, live on your screen, as well as your speakers. Still to come, we're going to hear from Ipswich fans following your lot getting battered at home tonight. Question marks over Kieran McKenna. You can have your say. Championship action tonight, 03717 22 33 44. It was a big night, though, for English teams in the Champions League. Big wins for all three sides. Arsenal smashed Atletico Madrid 4-0 at the Emirates.
Arsenal have simply blown Diego Simeone's men away with 4 goals in the space of 13 minutes. The first inevitably perhaps from a set piece. Declan Rice curling in the corner, or the free kick rather, headed in by Gabriel Martinelli doubled that lead, and then Victor Gyökeres, who had a difficult evening to that point, he scored twice. Atletico Madrid, renowned in previous seasons for how defensively stubborn they are, how difficult they are to create chances against. They thrashed them by 4 second-half goals to nil.
Yeah, big result for Arsenal tonight. Can't get away from the fact they are flying high at the moment. Let's go to Laurie, who's an Arsenal fan. All right, Laurie?
All right, Loz.
Hello, Jay. You all right, mate?
Yeah, we're good.
Can I have a tribute to you?
Go on.
Dry your eyes, mate. I know it's hard to take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop crying, mate. Stop crying.
I'm not, look, fair play to you, mate. You're looking good, but you've done nothing yet. Done nothing.
No, correct. And there's no guarantees in winning anything, so I'm not going to get into that talk about winning stuff. Early doors. We've been here loads. I spoke to you before on here.
Mm-hmm.
We're a long way from winning stuff, but you can't write off beating these lot 4-0. You just can't. The manager's been there 14 years. The club are amazing defensively, as we all know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A 4-0 is a good result.
No, it's a great result. It's a great result.
More than a good result.
It's a great result.
I mean, that's good is 2-0. That 4-0 is
You've
magnificent.
been here before, though, Laurie. Do you know what I mean? You've been here. You beat a Madrid side last season, gave them a spanking, and that was it. Phoning up, they're going to win the Champions League, going to win it all. Didn't win anything. So you've been here before. Fair play. You're looking good. You've improved. You have. You can't get away from it. Arsenal have improved.
But there's a long way to go. But I think, like we've all said, the depth in the squad really shows that. Very positive at the moment, and I'm on my way home from the game. But yeah, I'm really buzzing about it, and I think I don't think there's an Arsenal fan that will come on here tonight on your show and say we thought he was going to win 2-0. I had 2-1 Arsenal. 4-0 obviously was a bit more than what we all thought.
Yeah, they fell apart. They fell apart. Atletico. You can't. Listen, second half, you run away with it. They fell apart, Madrid. They were terrible.
Yeah, we took him apart. Look, Alvarez, though, I'm going to give credit to him. What a good player he is. You know, he was one of their main players that's going to cause problems for you. But yeah, listen, I think all Arsenal fans, anyone real that was there tonight would say, I don't think no one thought he was going to beat them 4-0. I think we would have took a 2-1. A sort of result.
Like I said earlier, Loz, Arsenal were always going to get to the knockout stages. That was, as nailed on as what as anything. How you done it tonight? No one saw that. I'm one of them. But it's when you get to the knockout stages, when you go away from home, keeping a clean sheet. If you can continue to do what you're doing, like I said, you're a problem, and teams won't looking forward to playing against Arsenal because 1, you don't create many chances, and 2, if you give up set piece or anything in and around that area, whether it be a corner, sometimes throw-ons, the Lewis Skelly throw-in, I think they might have to sack that.
He ain't got a long throw.
That Lewis Skelly throw-in just ain't reaching the box. I don't get that. I think what you should do is play it short and whip it in. Get everyone in the box, play it short, and get a crossing.
I was actually saying with the people that sit around me going, Skelly needs to come off. And the next thing you know, he pops up and we end up scoring another goal from him, from his play sort of thing. But, yeah, look, I'm with you on it. I'm just being honest here now. As we sit here today, we're looking very good. We've got a lot more depth in the squad than we've ever had, and I think you'll agree with that.
Yeah.
On paper, do we win something? I ain't accepting the League Cup, or whatever you want to call it.
No, you can't.
don't even bother with them this season.
No, this squad,
don't even bother.
This squad is built. It's not built to win a League Cup. It's not built to win the FA Cup. This squad has been built, and it's over, the last 3 years, this squad has got close. I was saying,
Premier League or Champions
the
League,
last 2
that's it.
years, I've said Arsenal are going to win the title, right? You come up short. I've said again, you're going to win the title. Now, this is as good a chance as you're going to have because Liverpool, they're not at it. City, right? Look, they got a beast in Haaland, right? And you can win a cup with a striker like that. I don't know whether you can win a league with how they give up chances. Arsenal got both ends of the pitch right at the moment.
Gyökeres at the moment for me, I hear in the stadium tonight when I'm around the stadium and I hear people saying he's working very hard. I think we've all got to understand that the Premier League's totally different to the Portuguese league.
Yeah.
And I feel he will come good. I think he's up there watching every home game and his work rate's astronomical and the goals will come. But they need to come sooner than later because obviously, like you say, guys, when we get into later stages of the Premier League challenge, the Champions League semis or knockout, he's got to deliver then. And I think that's when I want to judge him personally. But, look, I'm very happy with tonight. I never see a 4-0 coming. I was even close to going, let some friends go tonight, but I had to go. And, look, the result's a real good result. Yeah. As I said, he's been there 14 years, the manager. He's got a real good group of players. They're very well cemented in the way they play. And we broke that down in the end. You know, I know the Gyökeres, a couple of them might have a little bit, not sloppy, but not a clear-cut striker's goal. But he's done his job, Jess.
Right.
Look,
Laurie, listen, mate, thanks for your call. They're very humbled tonight, actually, Arsenal. I was expecting them to
maybe
come on here and gloat a bit more. I was expecting a bit more like,
well, last season when
we're going to win it all, that's it. We got the best team ever.
Well, the 2 Rice free kicks against Real Madrid, right? You and I were on there that night, and they were full of it. I think maybe there's an understanding that actually it's about the next game. Today was brilliant, and it's, like I said, it's one of those games you go to hoping that you're going to be able to keep a clean sheet and get something. Half time, it looked like set piece might be the difference. Well, as it turned out, that was the catalyst for the difference, and then they just blew them away. Look, I've just seen PSG, Leverkusen. Talk about statement win, right? Arsenal fans want to talk about statement win. Leverkusen 2, PSG 7.
Yeah, I know.
And they're the holders.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a very good chance if Arsenal are going to win this, at some stage, they're probably going to come up against PSG.
It's a big result.
Not definitely, but
Barca won 6-1. I mean, Newcastle won 3-0. I mean, that's a big result.
Yeah.
Borussia Dortmund won 4-2 away from home. PSV won 6-2 against Napoli.
That's a lot of goals, mate.
So there's a lot of goals.
A lot of statement wins out there,
A lot of statements, mate. A lot of statements out there, Let's calm down a bit. Let's calm down. Let's talk about Newcastle. Richie's a Newcastle fan. All right, Rich?
All right, Rich.
Hello, JC. How are you? Jamie, all right?
Yeah, good, mate. Big night for you. It's a great result.
Cracking results. Played
well.
First half, a bit like a fencing duel. Both sides probing and whatnot. Yeah. And second half would just come out like a different team. Absolute brilliant.
Nick Pope, one of the best throws I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, what an assist!
For his distribution, but he's been on it this season. I have to say, he's
had to be.
He's had to change my kind of view of him because I was critical of him. But a great team performance. I thought Gordon, his England performances have hit another level, and I think he's starting to play for us like we've always wanted him to play.
He's so direct, isn't he? He's so quick and so he puts his foot. And he's not.
He terrorised them.
Yeah,
absolutely terrorised them.
He's a different type of wide player to Grealish. He's a different type of player to Eze, and Rashford. And he doesn't really have much of a trick, but he don't need his trick. I'm going past you. And when I've gone past you, I'm staying past you. He's got a lovely left foot when he gets the ball out in those wide areas. And he's starting to have a bit more of an eye for goal. If that can carry on, he's almost a must for England, not just in the squad, but that left-hand side is still very much up for grabs.
Yeah.
And you can see Tuchel likes pace out wide.
Yeah, I think we as fans have been sort of critical of a lot of our sort of front white players not being direct enough. They do all that great work, getting around, getting past players, and then you get in the final third, and then sometimes, rather than just having a good shot, and maybe, you pick up a deflection or a second ball and then someone gets a goal, they kind of seem to want to walk it in, but that seems to be changing now, and it's good to see. The other point I wanted to make was I thought, the young lad, Lewis Miley, absolutely looked totally assured on the ball tonight. He looked so confident. He looked like he belonged in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Played brilliantly. I think Walter Mara's link-up play again.
Yeah.
His link-up play so good.
Yeah, he's a great acquisition.
Big lad, man. He's got great feet. Great feet.
So you're not missing his sack?
Who?
You're not... Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Mate, you look good. Newcastle look good tonight. You need to take it into the Premier League, though. You've been a bit iffy, Premier League.
Yeah, but that'll come, you know. We've got a lot of players out. We've got Lewis Hall out. We've got our left back out and right back out. You know, Tino Livramento.
Yeah.
Dan Burns doing a job at left back. He's not a left back. We all know that. But he, you know, fair play to him, man. He puts his heart and soul into it.
Does.
Yeah.
And he doesn't let you down. And Jose still hasn't broke his hoodoo at St James's. And long may that race continue.
All right, Rich. Thanks for
Cheers,
your call.
Rich.
Keep them coming in. Loads to go. We're going to hear from Newcastle fans, Man City fans, Arsenal fans. Obviously, a big night for you as well. 03.
talkSPORT.